unsuitable for an invasion. Rommel gets his weather report on the 4th of June, and it doesn't look very good. And he thinks there will be no opportunities for the Allies to land in the coming days. And so he decides to go to Germany and celebrate his wife's birthday. The problem, though, is that the Germans don't have meteorological stations in the Atlantic, in contrast to the Allies. And where does the weather in Europe mostly come from? From the Atlantic.
Late in the evening on June 4th, the Allies received a report from a weather station in Ireland.
Captain Stagg is going to come in and go, all right, the weather conditions look like they're going to improve such that in the afternoon on Tuesday, June 6th, you might be able to pull it off.
Eisenhower holds his command. But the final decision is his alone.
Eisenhower will ultimately reflect on this 20 years afterward, and he'll say that he felt like the loneliest man in all of England. And what must have run through that man's mind was, well, the gliders are not going to do well in Rensselaer. The parachute may already work, of course. He had to recognize all the things that are going to go wrong. Not things that might go wrong, but definitely going to go wrong. But at the same time, I can't come back next month. I can't come back in August. It's now or never.
And he's sitting there listening to the wind howling around him. And he says, okay, let's go.
Hi, I'm Henry Wheeler, and we're gearing up to explore all the thrilling things we did without proper equipment. It was dangerous, it was risky, and we all did it together. Hazardous History, new episode Sunday at 9. Only on the History Channel. Next day on the History Channel. World War II produced military engineering unlike the world had ever seen. The V2 will take us to the moon in 1969.
This is the moment that modern warfare was invented.
Modern Marvels, World War II. Here's Monday, July 27th, on History.
What will you do when the power goes out? Power outages can be unpredictable and inconvenient, but with a Generac home standby generator, your life goes on uninterrupted because you'll have power when you need it the most. Special financing and low monthly payment options are available, and if you call now, you will also receive a free 5-year warranty valued at over $500. Call or go online now to request your free quote. Power your life with Generac.
Bobber and Cave with Liberty Liberty. It's a bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do it on the tape.
What do you want me to say?
The line. Say the line.
Oh, that's easy. The line.
Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow.
Only pay for what you need.
Consumer Cellular is lowering the price for those 50 and up. Get an unlimited line for just $35 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage satisfaction. Call, click, or come on by.
Thank you. 40 years. Not missing anybody on my 40th year. Thank you.
Meet Alan, who, despite sharing his name with the tool he needed, was more of an ideas man.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So he got some help from Airtasker. He even used it to get a custom-made hat for his cat. Airtasker, get everything done.
What's for dinner? What if you already had the answer? Meet Tavala. I'll do dinner.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 is here. You can watch it all on Fox and FS1, available with Xfinity, which means you can get every game, every shot, and every goal, all on one screen with multi-view right here. Or stream your favorite match here, or here. Find live stats and scores in FanView over here. Every beautiful pixel of the beautiful game is also here with real-time 4K. From June 11th to July 19th, just set World Cup into your voice remote. You're here too. Xfinity, imagine that.
Operation Overlord, D-Day, is the largest amphibious invasion in history, and it's being attempted by a coalition of many nations, some of which have lived under the Nazi yoke for years. The whole world awaits the outcome.
As the invasion got closer, Eisenhower got more tense. He's smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day. He's barely sleeping.
He has nothing left to do but wait to hear whether or not he made the right call. In the middle of the night, sleep deprived. But the most important thing, though, I think he does in that period is he goes out and personally visits the 101st Airborne.
The 101st Airborne, along with the 82nd Airborne and the British 6th Division, will be the first to land behind enemy lines. The job of the airport is to seize the causeways and cover the flanks of the landing troops. They will be the first soldiers to fight the Germans in Normandy.
Eisenhower, with no fanfare, just walks among all these young men, all of whom are no older, really, than his own son. And he makes a point of looking each one of them in the eye as he shakes their hand. It's an estimate that about 50% of the paratroopers are going to be killed. And so as he's shaking hands, every other soldier is someone who he has every reason to believe he has sent to their death. The most important thing he could do in that moment was just be there for them. And he spends all night doing that, goes up to the roof nearby, watches the whole thing take off. That's how he begins D-Day.
Under a full moon, paratroopers, including the 101st Airborne, start dropping behind enemy lines. Before dawn, landing crafts are lowered into the water and troops start to board. At sunrise, a fleet of warships launch a naval barrage.
Ultimately, the ground troops are going to land on 5 beaches, 2 American beaches, Omaha, Utah, a Canadian beach, Juneau, and then Gold and Sword, the British beaches. They're then going to try and link up those different beaches and then push inland to take on and destroy the might of the German army in France.
The morning do ship, the weather patterns are still chopping about and the wind is still blowing. It's not an ideal situation to start plowing these boats towards the coast there.
Right from the jump, the weather's a huge issue. I mean, there's a 6-foot swell on D-Day.
The waves are swamping over the side, you're standing in freezing cold water, you're there with 30 other guys. If one vomits, you all vomit. The sea spray is lashing into your face, you can't see, your eyes are stinging. The longer that goes on, the more you're thinking to yourself, what is going to happen when that ramp goes down?
Omaha is the largest of the beaches. Normandy coast 6 miles wide.
It's different from all the other beaches in that it's almost like an amphitheater. You know, you've got these high bluffs overlooking the beach, almost like an extended bowl. You'd be coming in, gray skies, smoke, noise, ramp would drop, and then there's this just absolute massive fire.
85 machine guns laying down 100,000 rounds a minute. People start getting shot, killed, you see dead people floating in the water. You're soaking wet, you don't run up the beach, you stagger up the beach. Guys are trying to clear obstacles, you're trying to move ahead. Your senses are overwhelmed with all the things going around you.
That first wave is getting mown down in great numbers. It's roughly 85% killed or wounded in the assault waves on Omaha.
Eisenhower is receiving only intermittent reports, except, of course, that on Omaha Beach it's not going as planned. While he tried to project a confident demeanor, you know that inside him he's just roiling with concern.
Failure is another number. Failure is the loss of all your equipment. Failure is your troops being marched off into captivity. If everything goes wrong, it means a long war.
The day before the landings, General Eisenhower, knowing the risks and understanding the responsibility, penned a brief note. My decision to attack was based upon the best information available. The troops did all that bravery and devotion to duty could do. If any blame or fault is attached to the attempt, it is mine alone.
You need a better, safer shower. But traditional remodels are not the way to get there.
I've been down that road with the contractor and it was just a nightmare.
Don't call a contractor. Call Jacuzzi Bath Remodel.
They did such an amazing job and it just looks great. The bench, the shelf, the grab bars.
We didn't have to compromise on safety or on beauty because we got both in one package deal. To me, jacuzzi, quality.
Jacuzzi Bath Remodel really helped my parents keep their dignity. And I am so thankful that we decided on Jacuzzi. And right now, we've got a special TV offer that you won't want to miss.
Call 1-800-319-6712 or go online now to jacuzzibathremodel.com. We're waiving all installation costs, plus no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call 1-800-319-6712 today.
Get the safer, more beautiful bathroom you've been waiting for in as little as 1 day at a price you can afford. Jacuzzi worked with me to get it to the price that I needed it.
I can't believe that we can afford this. It was such a dream come true.
It's not expensive, not at all.
Jacuzzi, the most trusted name in water for 70 years, brings you beautiful, effortless, one-day bath or shower transformations.
You're planning for the future, and one day you're going to need that sooner or later, so guess what? Now's the time to do it. I chose Jacuzzi. I'm extremely happy. I recommend them to you.
If you've been putting off your upgrade because of cost or contractors, or both, now you don't have to. Call right now to schedule your free, no-obligation design consultation with a jacuzzi designer like me. We can meet as soon as tomorrow.
The consultant brought out a tablet that brought the vision to life. It was like shopping online, designing the bathroom. It made it super simple and super easy.
Before I agreed or signed anything, I was able to see exactly what my physical bathroom's going to look like.
Design consultation was amazing. I mean, the process was so easy.
Jacuzzi offers a wide range of styles and designs to fit every budget, with designer colors and finishes and custom accessories placed exactly where you need them. Backed by our trusted Jacuzzi limited lifetime warranty.
The warranty was important to me. They have the best warranty in the industry that I've seen.
With zero interest and zero payments for up to 1 year. And installs in as little as one day. This is nothing like calling your local contractor.
Jacuzzi went above and beyond to give me what I wanted. I go in there and stare at it. Because I can't believe it.
I didn't think it would get done in one day, but absolutely came out in one day, and Jacuzzi did a great job doing it.
I was just stunned. It was so beautiful.
I know that bath remodels can feel overwhelming. They can feel like such a huge project to take on. But just think about it. You could be just one day away.
Call 1-800-319-6712 or go online now to jacuzzibathremodel.com. We're waiving all installation costs, plus no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call 1-800-319-6712 today.
We'll take your shower down to the studs and rebuild it with genuine Jacuzzi products you can count on. You'll have a beautiful new Jacuzzi shower installed in as little as 1 day, built to last a lifetime. This is brand new from the bones down. I mean, they go all the way to the walls, and they put new 2x4s. They put everything in there. It's nothing you have to worry about for another 40, 50, 60 years. Fully customize your shower with accessories, from soft close doors to safety features, like grab bars and built-in seats, designed to bring you lasting comfort and confidence. And no grout to clean, ever.
It was always a chore to wipe down the shower after I finished with it. Now it's a pleasure. I was afraid to go with traditional contractors. It takes so long, but with Jacuzzi, I knew one day done. I never imagined having a bathroom so pretty and safe.
My favorite feature is actually the grab bars. I'm steady on my feet, but it's just nice having that extra confidence.
Jacuzzi has definitely made me feel more confident being at home, and I absolutely love it.
Everything was flawless. The process was easy. I would do it again in a heartbeat. In as little as 1 day, you can have the bath or shower you've been waiting for. So call now.
Call 1-800-319-6712 or go online now to jacuzzibathremodel.com. We're waiving all installation costs, plus no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Call 1-800-319-6712 today.
These brands, the owners really began to develop emotional connections with these Jeeps. For their innovations, Gilfrance sees an opportunity for racing changed our lives. Industries changed us as Americans.
I'm Peyton Manning, and this is the mega brands that built America.
New season premieres Sunday, August 2nd. Cards History Honors 250.
On the morning of the Normandy invasion, the first wave of American troops at Utah Beach land almost a mile south of their target, but quickly regroup and manage to take the beach and push inland. The British landings at Gold and Sword Beaches go better than expected. Then at Juno Beach, the first wave of Canadian troops meets tough German resistance. And at Omaha Beach, rough seas and intense German fire wreak havoc on the first American troops. But more men are on their way.
The German defenders of the Atlantic Wall, they look out that morning, and they're stunned by what they see. I mean, they see the biggest fleet ever gathered for an invasion. The Germans all talk about how they were so densely packed. It looked like you could just walk from ship to ship.
For the average German soldier of the day, the experience is something totally new. This naval bombardment, it really shakes up the psyche of the German soldiers.
There are two crucial German command failures. One is that Rommel isn't there. He's back in Germany celebrating his wife's birthday. When he hears that the landing has happened, he says something along the lines of, "How could I have been so stupid?" Even more important is Hitler.
The morning of the invasion, June 6, 1944, Adolf Hitler is asleep. But nobody will dare wake him up, even though word has come in about this invasion starting.
So, in the crucial 5 or 6 or 7 hours, when the Germans might have landed some quick blow against the Allies, those panzer divisions in the Central Reserve that can only be released into combat by
Hitler's express order are pretty much without a commander. As a consequence, the Germans' reactions on D-Day end up a big mess.
By midday, the troops at Gold, Sword, Juno, and Utah have started to push inland, and momentum finally shifts at Omaha Beach. The sheer scale of the invasion helps turn the tide, but it also comes down to individual acts of bravery. At Point du Hoc, U.S. Army Rangers scale 100-foot cliffs under fire. At Utah Beach, Brigadier General Teddy Roosevelt Jr., the son of former President Theodore Roosevelt, leads a division that lands south of the target.
They came ashore and suddenly realized they were feeling on boat. And he said to hell with it. The war starts here.
Roosevelt's son, Captain Quinton Roosevelt II, is in the first landing wave at Omaha. They're the only pilots in the world who will land on the beaches that day. Corporal Waverly Woodson, medic with the 320th Barrage Balloon Battalion, is wounded before he even hits the beach.
But he will treat almost 200 members of the U.S. Army, Navy, and British Navy as they come ashore on Omaha Beach, all the while under intense mortar and machine gun fire.
By the end of the day on June 6th, the Allies have secured all 5 beaches and have pushed inland. In the coming days, they will link up with the airborne forces to create a continuous, connected front along the coast.
It was Eisenhower who meshed all of the different nationalities. He brought them together, and Eisenhower deserves a lot of credit.
He's accountable. He's responsible. That's what leaders do, in good times and bad. Right man for the job.
Eisenhower understands probably better than anyone. Now the real hard fighting on the continent of Europe is about to begin. And at the same time, there's a ray of hope. Allied victory is increasingly going to become possible. The U.S. theory of how you can wage war has now been proven correct. You can have a multinational alliance pull off the most complex military operation the world has ever seen.
It's not just the infantry, it's all the airmen that set the conditions. It's all the Coast Guardsmen and the sailors that crew the ships. It's all the people who manufactured all the stuff back in Detroit. It's a global effort to make D-Day work.
My fellow Americans, in this poignant hour, I ask you to join with me in prayer. Almighty God, our sons, pride of our nation, this day have set upon a mighty endeavor, a struggle to preserve our republic, our religion, and our civilization, and to set free a suffering humanity.
President Roosevelt says in his D-Day prayer, our forces will be thrown back. Their road will be long and hard.
But we shall return again and again. And we know that by thy grace and by the righteousness of our cause, our sons will triumph.
On D-Day, the 101st Airborne, just hours after being addressed by General Eisenhower, parachuted into occupied France. Despite being scattered across enemy territory, these men cleared the path for American forces to emerge off Utah Beach to begin the advance on Germany. A second front is firmly established on the continent of Europe. In the Pacific War, the boundaries are enormous, ranging through Asia and into numerous remote islands across the ocean. Attacking this new front will require the most advanced aircraft ever built. As in the struggle against Nazi Germany, American strategy in the war against Japan includes launching mass bombing attacks against factories, military installations, and cities. But the map of the Asia-Pacific War covers enormous distances. A new, more powerful bomber is needed, the B-29 Super Fortress. Securing air bases for these super forts becomes a primary objective of President Roosevelt and American military leaders.
All wars change the world, but none of them changed the world like the Second World War did.
Japan's on the march. Germany's on the march. No one can imagine the nightmare they're about to unleash. The most destructive war in human history. Suddenly the world is turned upside down and all hell is let loose.
The West is stunned by the speed of the advance.
You get the Allies led by the big three. Roosevelt, Churchill, Stalin. Men who were dealing with immensely complicated questions.
It's the biggest military operation of human history.
The Americans have built their army 0 to 100 in the span of a year.
They have to fight in every climate from the Arctic to the jungles of the Pacific to the deserts of Africa and the depths of the ocean.
But there was no certainty of victory. It was going to be a horrific bloodbath.
We see humans at their absolute worst, how they treat other human beings. And we see them at their absolute best, willing to give their lives that others might live.
World War II was a struggle in which there could be one victor and one vanquished.
For over 2 years, the United States has been building the B-29 bomber, the Super Fortress. When it's ready to roll off the assembly line, the B-29 will be one of the most potent weapons in the American arsenal.
The B-29 Super Fortress is the most expensive program in World War II. $3 billion to go ahead and build an aircraft.
The B-29 is a stunning leap in aircraft technology. The B-29 will incorporate a pressurized cabin, airborne radar. It has 10 miles of wiring